boring. Also, can't keep losing that. Okay. Didn't mean to trigger that. Some Rick Sanchez wannabe motherfucker. Ooh, nice one. Shoot. Bombing that. me up for just a touch. Might as well look as pretty as we can make it. Welcome back, Mocking Babe. Did the thing didn't even play off? Okay. I had a feeling something threw me off. Whatever. We'll just finger it today. Gotta be less afraid to finger myself, you know? It gets the job done. Might be a little messier, but what's wrong with that? That thing that you're quoting right now, yeah, I was carefully choosing my words. Anyway, how's your night been going? I realized I didn't have much time to ask you how things were going for you, as Fortnite with Ayla was a tad more distracting. But she's fine. She's fine. We had a long talk. Not a long talk. We had a talk about like learning how to enjoy a game while not having winning be the only goal. As I used to talk about when I played Valorant, learning how to have fun while losing, because it is something that will happen. A lot. Yep, same, totally same. And I remember that feeling very well, and I will do whatever I can to fight that feeling, help her fight that feeling, and still find joy in things like that. Spend a lot of time talking about like the difference, like the feeling you get when you're in the middle of a fight versus the aftermath. Like, yeah, it feels good to win, but how long does that feeling really last? And at the end of the day, you're still just chasing another fight at the end of it anyway. But she's 9. She is 9 years old. I'm just proud that she still wants to play again in the future, even live stream it again. I don't know. I'll brag forever about how I have the best kids, but I really know that I have the best kids anyway. Very much learning about emotions. Even we as adults gotta check ourselves on our own feelings. I have been just feeling aimless and lost. I'm trying to like write the beginning of the month announcements and just not really knowing what to say, just because I feel lost. I don't know what to play. I don't know what direction I'm going in. I really have a grasp of who I am. I feel like that's a better word to describe it, but failing to grasp it in my head. Kind of feels like I'm back in that stage of like waiting for something to happen, but I also can't just wait for something to happen. I have to like make things happen too. But also, I can only make so much happen. Like I know one thing that's got to start happening is working on the divorce, but at the same time, I am waiting on loan approval or finishing loan application approval, which will then lead to lawyer finding, which thankfully I've already found. But that's just going to be like another. That's just starting like another slow going process, which needs to happen. But it's almost 1 in the morning. I'm not looking for something. I'm not looking for the next stressful change in my life. I'm looking for the next direction I want to take things in. Where does the Warlock Kadash want to go with things? Does the Warlock Kadash finally want to rebrand to the Witch Callista? Did I actually just say that out loud? Yo! I meant to use another one. Shoot. It does. I like the way it looks in my head. But I also know, like, in every other aspect, I'm not ready for that yet. Or am I? I really don't know. It feels like every time I feel a tad lost in this way, I feel like It feels like it's my. It feels like it's my emotions trying to pull me in the direction of you need to start being more honest about more of your feelings, about what you're afraid about. And then it's a matter of, okay, what is the next thing I'm afraid about admitting? What is the next thing I'm afraid about exposing myself? And then having to rationalize all that, and then work that into my daily life now. It sounds incredibly vague, and I'm not even sure I even know what I'm saying. I truly feel like I don't have a lot of direction in which I talk. But I'm really glad you understand me. I'm really glad you found me, Mockingjay. Even if it's just you agreeing with me to be like, yep, you're totally normal. I'll let you feel that way, Gadash. I love when shit like that works out. So we're probably going fishing, ain't we? When you're zoned out mid-conversation, which is absolutely fair, because who can honestly not admit to doing that? Alright. Let's fish. Ah, slow down, slow down. There we go. Whoa! Alright, you want to play at me like that? Let's go. And I still came out on top, bitch. I still came out on top. What are you gonna do next? Did I just kill all the fish? Was this always an option, just to kill the fish? I don't know what that is, but I am happy to have it. Or happy to explore these options in a bit. Like, what the hell are all these fish? Wait, so can I actually? Or is it just the other gun that did it? Well, how do you like that? You can blow up the fish if you don't feel like fishing. Save yourself some time, kids. What is this? What? The mythic gold. No one will believe you caught this. I didn't. I blew it out of the water with a gun. With a rocket launcher. With a cannon. Fortnite is a game that truly exists in a world all of its own. I'm also going to chuck this thing at somebody and hope that it just one-shots them. No one will believe it, right? Quite literally. I will say, fishing is a really nice and relaxing hobby to pick up. I can see why it's been in every single Zelda game since 1993. Or 1994? One of those two. How are you? Much love. I think you're asking me how I am. To which I'm going to say, I'm doing really lovely today. Thank you for asking. How about you today? What's going on? I thank you for the likes, Corey. Hope you're having a lovely day yourself. I just realized I just picked up the same gun. Bah. Whoa, whoa. Oh. Also, touching worms is not the end of the world, Mockingjay. They're fun and they're all fun and wriggly. It's therapeutic to stab them into a fishing lure. I still have yet to understand how they do that teleporting. It is, because, ew. Yeah, I feel that. That's why I'm up here as well. A little lost at I had something new to play, but But if you're ever lost on what to play, you know, you can't go wrong with a fuck off game like with a fuck off game like Fortnite, you know. Good noodles and worms are bad noodles. Obviously you've never seen Tofu the Snake, who hates Markiplier. Look him up on TikTok. It is quite interesting to see. This woman has this pet snake who just, anytime she watches Markiplier, he just does not like the sound of his voice, goes haywire. You're just watching. Yes. I love that. I love that you were just watching that. Oh, it's so great. And thank you for asking, JV. My pronouns are at this point, whatever you feel like best represents me in your eyes, you can address me by those pronouns. If Markiplier knows what to... I had it... I was wondering it myself. But I thought, nope, there's no way. Markiplier, it's too early for Markiplier to have a comment on Tofu. Was that Gohan? Oh, that's Gohan on the Nimbus. I have to buy the Dragon Ball collection at some point. I mean, if you want to know what makes me the happiest, it would be she, her. But I'm not asking one to. I feel like until I'm ready to. I feel like until I'm ready to like say to the world that is who I am. I'm not asking that of the world yet. Rosanna says that he does know and finds it funny. I've been into a TikTok where someone's complaining about everyone spinning tofu comments on his newest videos. That is straight up the internet. Markiplier goes to upload a video one day. Comments are all tofu, go watch tofu. Confused Markiplier is like, what? Why is everyone telling me to go look at pictures of tofu? And then eventually learn about Snake's existence and realize, realize just how entertainingly funny it is. And also realize that no, it is not a good idea to meet said Snake. Tofu, but tofu would... Right, totally. Hey, Punchy. Hey. As many as lurker are so much shy. Gotcha. Well, thank you, Punchy. I really appreciate those kind words. It's definitely been a journey for sure. But I know I'm on a path that's much closer that's leading me to happiness much more than the life I was living before. That's for damn sure. Thank you again. I hope you're having a lovely time. Lovely Tuesday. Or, not Tuesday, Thursday. What is time? What day is it? What is anything just going to... That's right, I haven't been live since that video. Or at least not, I mean, not counting with Ayla, earlier. Yeah. Well, that's not true. I forgot. I was live last night with Road 96. Duh. It's Fortnite. It always brings in different things. What's going on, Lexi? Hey. The vacation was really nice. 3 nights in Mall of America, 3 days in Mall of America was just chaos with tons of people. The kids had a lot of fun. What's going on? 4 Rings. Last time I saw you were playing Liza P. Ah, that's right. You were here for joining Liza P. Yeah. Now I'm just waiting for either more DLC or their next game, Lies of D with Dorothy. I'm just assuming it's Lies of D. It's probably something more Wizard of Oz related. What else was I saying? But the vacation. Kids had tons of fun. Nickelodeon Universe was everything they could have dreamed for, aside from the fact that Kyron and the twins were just too small for some of the rides, which included the airbending wave, and for nearly all of them, and the twins could not ride the flying appas, and they were sad about that. Incidentally, we've also gotten to the point in Avatar where Appa is missing, and they really, really were sad about that. Like, to also not ride Appa after all that. Spent a lot of time having fun with them in attractions. Went to Crayola World where they made crayons. Went to a fun neon show. The Sea Life exhibit where we saw tons of sea life creatures. My younger son loves sharks, and he loves seeing the sharks. Whoa! Oh, please. No, whatever. Anyway. Took me a long time to realize I was busy. Right. It does take a hot minute, Could be anything. Right, the worst part of Avatar. And they're lucky to only have these extra handful of like 5 days where we haven't been watching, whereas I had the awful, how long was it? 8, 9, 10 weeks in limbo, wondering where the hell Appa is. And sorry, catching up. Punchies. I would not say I would say that I'm starting to socially transition more than anything. That's what I'm working on. Let's go back and make. Oh yeah, totally make some more. And I know we're gonna go back. The kids had so much fun there. They're already talking about having all their birthdays there, which is definitely not going to happen because who the hell can afford to go to Mall of America 4 times a year? Or 3 times a year. I forget. I have twins. So definitely return trips with lots of fun. Come on, can't we have some fun? That was just lame. Anyway, catching up. I know I'm behind on a lot of chat right now. Sorry. Yeah, glad you bought Resident Evil 4. How are you liking it? I've heard a lot. I really want to jump into Resident Evil. Like I heard that there was like a big anniversary with the first one, wasn't there? It's turned 23. Happy 23rd. Also, lovely to seeing everyone heartbroken. Just asking because don't ever worry about coming in, asking, talking. I love chatting with lovely people. Always love chatting with lovely people. Oh, round 2 now. Well, you can have that round. Fine. That's fine, darling. You can take it. Placing 12th is no big deal to me. No biggie. No biggie. I am thirsty. I need water. Thank you for following for 4 rings. Anything planned for your birthday? Right. Hell yeah. That's good to know. The only destination birthday you had was your. He says, "Ooh, where'd you go for that one?" I'm gonna go get some water. I'll be back in like 2 minutes. All right. Probably less than that. Alright, we are back. And Punches, thank you for following too. And thank you. It means a lot to me. A Mexican place? Ooh, nice. Or Chinese place. I've been feeling both lately. The next town over has honestly both those right next to each other, and you know, tomorrow's Friday. Tomorrow's the night where I'm gonna be wondering, like, am I going to walk in that? Am I going to come home with one of those tonight or not? Oh yeah, the Quince destination birthday. Puerto Vallarta. Oh, nice. This is the Hard Rock Hotel. Deep in your classic rock era, had classic trips to Italy that same year. You've lived, Mockingjay. I love how you've lived life. Touristy stuff half the day. Italian lessons the rest of the day. I mean, hey, you're still living it, and developing yourself. I'd expect nothing less of the politicians kid. I don't play with randos, goat, sorry. Absolutely, I've done that many times before, you know. It's all vibe based, all trust based. If you hang out if you hang out and I get the good vibe that you are a decent person that I can trust to some degree, then if it's something that you want to do, then I'm happy to do. Happy to give you that. For now, my one of my besties on the Twitch side of chat comes over to manage the riffraff over on both sides, should things ever get unmanageable for me, which generally not usually an issue. But at the same time, I do acknowledge becoming more feminine has attracted significantly more trolls to me since the days I played Valorant. So there was a chance I will need more in the future. Yo, please, can I just look to the other screen for a minute? Or if I'm going to do that, can you at least kill me? Like, seriously. You had me as a sitting duck, and you let that opportunity slide. What the hell? Love season seems confused about something, and I can only wonder why. Haters truly are the biggest supporters. If only I liked them. If only I liked having them around. All right, love. If that's the truth, then let's. And all the world needs is time. Time is time. Time will tell. Right, haters find anything. Haters really find anything to hate on, though. You're right. You. Chapel Roan, If you're gonna. I was half debating, do I start a dance with her? Do I try? So see if I can get a fun thing going. As the creature. Yeah. She has definitely mentioned that, and I've told her on more than one occasion, like, don't get in the habit of referring to them as creature, but I do believe they would probably love being referred to as that, yes. You left tomorrow? Very likely. I'm usually live most nights. I'm in between games at the moment. I'm a little lost on what to play. A little lost on a lot of things at the moment. But I try not to let these lost moments last very long. To paraphrase Aggie Cromwell, being human is vastly overrated. Oh. Used to play a lot of Fortnite, but you got bored of me. Which is... I get that. Alright. Have a good one, go. Take it easy. Has anyone got any nice Friday plans tomorrow? For me, it's sleeping in some, spending some time with the kids before I go to work. Don't know what I was expecting. Wait. And then having to work the majority of the rest of the day. Why? You didn't expect me to come back, turn around. Just curious. Mom invited the family over? Ooh, wait. Oh, thank you for the hearts. So you get a nice family get-together tomorrow. You excited for it, or nah? So it's no fun for you two. I'm sorry. You only stream Fortnite? Oh no, I play a lot of other games. I play like before I was playing this. I like last night I was streaming one of my favorite comfort games, Road 96. Before that, what the hell was I just playing? Another fun murder mystery detective game called This Bed We Made. Another one that was a very Bioshock-esque, Close to the Sun, which was played after playing all the Bioshock series, by the way. I play pretty much anything. I'm just trying to figure out what do I want to play next right now. Like what would get me excited? What catches my eye? And as for my schedule, it's usually this is about the time I would ordinarily be ending. You could be like usually like 9-10 o'clock CST. That's about when I go live. Who am I kidding? A lot of times it's like 11 or 10, or sometimes it's like 11 or 12 o'clock. It really depends on how much energy I have. Thank you for the continued likes, by the way. All I play is cool as games. I appreciate that. I'm glad you agree. I don't know. I just like different shit. Or I can even enjoy bad games if they are made, or if they had like well-meaning behind them. I love that. I get that comment so much about my keyboard. It is the reason why anytime I replace my keyboard, it's always another Steel series. Woo! You have nothing but sniper rifles on you. And these. Woo! That was pretty used up. Let's keep going. Especially, I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad you like the chill vibes. Like, there's definitely days where I really like to bring out the energy, but a lot of times chill is just who I am. Although bringing out the energy, maybe that's something I hadn't quite considered. Maybe it's time for another Soulsborne game. know I've been sitting on a handful for a while. Yo! I chose Warlock as my name because it was my World of Warcraft character. When I needed an online persona, obviously I wanted something that sounded cool. What sounded cool? My Warcraft character's name was Cool Kadash. What was he? A Warlock. Ergo, the Warlock Kadash has been the internet name I've gone by forever. Likely replaced as the Witch Callista when I deem myself ready to transition more that much. More that much. I have such a way with words. Okay, good times, everybody. No! Rage bait the game. So usually, although if I wanted to play Rage bait the game, I'd play Valorant. Oh, you never played Warcraft? Oh. Yeah, Warcraft has definitely had a lot of great, Warcraft has definitely had a lot of great times over the years. Myself included. I don't know. I know Blizzard kind of sucks as a company nowadays. So I haven't really done much with them. I feel like if I ever play Warcraft games again, it would be like it would just be me replaying Warcraft 3 or something. Which I'm totally fine with doing, because I love Warcraft 3. However, it is also apparently a trans stereotype to love top-down strategy games like that, and I'll be damned if I become a stereotype without being more gorgeous. Without being more gorgeous and confident in that. More gorgeous and confident with that. Again, I have such a way with words. But could you get any more nonchalant? EA for Trash Company. Yep, they are very much in competition. I think EA has an edge on them because they literally have the most disliked comment in internet history, I think. Not sure if that's still true. Once upon a time, I did play Minecraft. I know I will have another Minecraft phase at some point. When that day comes, I have no idea. And have I seen the Final Fantasy? I love Final Fantasy. That's one of my favorite series. In fact, even before I settled on Fortnite today, whenever I'm not sure what to play, I'm always thinking, like, you know, I could just play Final Fantasy VII. But if I could, my streams would probably just be me streaming Final Fantasy VII over and over and over again right now, because that's just I love it. That's one of my favorites. Well, not one. Well, not. Well, I consider 7 the best remake. The remake. The remake version, I should say. And 10 is my favorite, though. 10 speaks to my soul and hits my heartstrings in a more personal way than 7 does. And of course, I grew up playing Tactics in 9. I just recently replayed the War of the Lions remake, or re-release. I do gotta replay Final Fantasy XII at some point. Give that one a fair shake, because I've never gotten more than halfway through that game. And Twitch, Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter? I've never... Okay, so... I don't get my money to J.K. Rowling, but... I grew up with Harry Potter. It has a soft spot in my heart. And definitely always will. However, I know the Lord of the Rings are significantly way more well-written. Or way better well-written. I have not read them, nor have I watched them. You cannot get your shit. You can't get your shit together, nor can you. But I do have every intention of watching the Lord of the Rings movies, and when I eventually decide to pick up reading again, read the books again. Well, not again, I should say. Once attempted to, then stopped, and then never picked him back up. Okay, now. What day is it? I feel like I've been talking for hours and that fight lasted forever. See Lord of the Rings, but you enjoyed it as well. Protect you at all costs. I watched Lord of the Rings when I had to when you were younger. I love that. And that's always the thing I always keep hearing about the Harry Potter world, is that the world building really fell flat. I'm afraid that's going to be very apparent if I ever start reading the books for my kids for bedtime. Not that they'll really get it, but I don't know. Maybe it'll go over my head. people bring down the vibe. Once upon a time, I did watch anime, and I will always watch anything new Dragon Ball. But after a certain point, it got to the point where I felt like anime got too formulaic and predictable, and I just really lost my interest in it. Oh wait, I do have this. That's right. And that's one thing I feel like I would not enjoy anymore, because I feel like I would have a hard time finding anime that's not misogynistic. Yes, I can punch the fish out too! That's right, I never... Ah! No! Stop! I was just reflecting on the fish trophy that I had, that I never got to throw at somebody. So unfair. Alright. We're going back to that. So we're destroying more fishing ponds in the future. Ah, so you watched Jackie Chan Adventures when you were younger? I remember that show. It was not part of my regular repertoire though. I do remember some of the movies I do remember some of the movies though. I do wonder how they've aged. People fish in peace. Why should I let them? Why should I ever let them? Okay, I thought I had to Google Juniper Lee really quick. Okay, I thought I had heard about that one. We're keeping this up. We're destroying more fishing ponds. Just need a cannon or a stick of dynamite. Wrong gun, buddy. Yes, I'll buy it. Purely for the fact that I can use it to... Well, I hope they learned a lesson about, well, what I just did. Blowing up all the fish. And I could only wish that one of them dropped that damn trophy. Ah! Try catching up. Love the fun conversation we got between everyone here going back and forth between y'all. Yeah, it's pretty obvious, you know. Feminine-looking people don't like that kind of thing. Whatever. Whatever if people want to be little snowflakes about people wearing makeup. God bless, and Satan loves you too, sports. Arguably more. Classic so long and thanks for all the fish. Aw, they think I'm offended by being referred to by it. I mean, that is a valid pronoun to refer to me as. And no, people that... I'm going to tell you one thing. People with... What is this? Little profile pictures of this. Who are you? Some little dumbass that thinks he's cool smoking with a little dumbass face tattoo. SoCal, aka Trapsio. You're in nobody's head. You're in no one's head. I promise you that. And for the record, they're already banned and gone and already moving on with their lives, hopefully. Yo! Alright, let's go. Let's hang out for a hot minute. Okay, y'all are still nerding it up. Oh, y'all are still nerding it up, and I love that. Yo! Sorry, Chapel. Love ya. Gotta take you out. No, I love the Lord of the Rings talk. Alright. Honestly, the only reason I'm not joining in because, you know, I haven't watched Lord of the Rings, the only reason I stay away from Lord of the Rings is because I know I will love it. And if I don't have time in my life for another amazing fantasy series right now. Plus, I kind of told myself if I was gonna start another big fantasy world, I was gonna do Skyrim. Sports, do you think that inspires anybody here? Do you think that really means anybody? Because you're coming. The way I can equate this is you sound like a child that just found this book, and you're just reading some random bits to a bunch of people that didn't ask you to come into their room, hoping that we'll somehow be inspired when no one's interested. We're all doing different shit right now. Half of the people in this room are probably home shirtless in their bed. No, I'm not. Religious people come in here preaching their nonsense to nobody that asked. I'd say that's disrespectful. But we are all living in two different realities right now. And I do, for the most part, try to keep the Christian community out of this one. Oh yeah, people were. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, I exposed a lot of you with the shirtless thing. Yeah. As if I will be very shirtless once I'm done with this game and in my own bed. Although Mockingjays Forgiven, they have a Queen shirt on right now. A very fair thought for Rings. Also a thought that I have as well. Thank you, Hibbington. Once upon a time, I used to watch a fair amount of anime, and then it got too predictable, formulaic. Also, as pointed out as well, just misogynistic, and just a lot of it can be very distasteful. I don't really watch I don't really watch much anymore, but I will watch Dragon Ball and I will watch and rewatch Dragon Ball until the day I die, and I will watch anything new, and I will always watch new Dragon Ball related content. Ooh, you did not have a lot going on for you. Why did you even bother with that? Also, yeah. No, fair enough. Fair enough. You know, you're right, he did have a medikit, and he didn't use it. You're right. No, I've loved... It took almost 3 years, but I was able to finally have all my kids, or at least my oldest daughter, watch all of Dragon Ball from beginning to all of End of Super, GT, and all of Daima. By the time we got to the end of Daima and GT, like all the kids were watching, but she was there from the beginning. And now we are happily enjoying Avatar: The Last Airbender. Raging Blast. I remember playing Raging Blast 1 myself. Yeah. Why do you feel bad for my children? Because I love them, because I take care of them, because I watch bedtime shows with them, because I do their homework with them and cook meals with them and spend time and love them as their father. You know, while all glam and fab. Looking better than the average dad. I think what you feel bad is for yourself. For not having a dad that you wish was as fantastic as me. Or maybe you feel bad that you can't be as good a dad as me. I don't know. The internet's full of extremely weird projection. I don't go seeking it. It just comes finding me. But I can leave you with that yourself. Oh yeah, I've already driven the bus a few times. It's really nice. It's been a hot. No, I can't believe I haven't done this already. We got a hot slew of faces in here. What kind of games do all of y'all like to play? What are all of y'all into right now? Ooh, dynamite, yes. Needed that. I got it! What do I do with the Midas Flopper? Eat me, I'll upgrade your... What? Okay, let me get some actual weapons worth upgrading first. That'd be some dope shit. Oh shit, 4 rings. Okay, well you get some good sleep, okay? It's been great to see you again. You take it easy. You're back from the Valorant grind yourself? Ah. Gotcha. Hopefully enjoying it. Hopefully you're enjoying it. Alright, let's give this a shot. Upgrades my weapons, it says. Fully upgrades all weapons. It even gave me a different assault rifle. Shit. We gotta fuck around with the fishing ponds more often. Nothing there, but still. Still, wow. Having 4 legendaries is something else from just one fish. Point. Gotta work on some kind of protection. Which, thankfully, we got some of this now. I mean, you already got good instincts on that. But the internet is so full of so many people ready to comment one thing and then just run away. Also, it's a squid pattern. Who's choosing the patterns for these now? No! We're alive, and we're happy about that. Yeah, I was about to say, like, when you started talking about Fortnite was prime in my middle school days. I'm like, oh god. What are those fun reminders that I'm 34? But the algorithm does like to attract the younger crowd to me for some reason. Well, how do you do, fellow young 20-somethings? How's the club nowadays? Do we still call it the club, or have we evolved it into something else? Also, I am going to trade out one of these. Cluster cannon would be much nicer. I can't believe you're going to be a 30 in 2 years, or almost 2 years. They're 27. Oh, okay. So we got a bit of a range here. I will definitely say, aging does have its downfalls, but I would much rather be getting older right now than being younger. Don't believe in 1v1s. I believe in team play. Because why? Why am I... Why? Who is... Why would I bother? Good looking games. Oh, are you heading out? Oh shit, actually that reminds me. I should probably kick in my own melt zone in. for that. Alright, fruity? Maybe. I guess. I don't know. I'm getting more into mangoes, but mostly because I've did some reading that they have tinctures that help you get a better high when you smoke. Which sounds like a terrible reason to just consume more mangoes. But I will take that and also run with the fact that they are semi-healthy for you. You find 1v1's fun? Yeah. I find the effort of adding someone to just to play them 1v1 is just a lot of work for not enough reward. So demanding, Gage. So demanding. Let me join. Let's 1v1 me. Let me join your party. We just met. Take me out to dinner first. Jeez. I don't even know your name. Is Gage even your real name? At least tell me about your femoral, okay? Can you tell me something about your femoral before we play together? Did you just not even notice me there? I mean, I was kind of holding still, looking at the femoral. About your fucking femoral, do you not see? Gosh. It's like I have to spell myself out for people. Or did I say my femoral? I'm sorry, I meant yours. About yours. I'm already half losing the plot here. What up, bro? Ooh. Whoa. See, why would I need a 1v1 you when I got a 1v1 here? And they're already good. Ooh. What a neat angle. Alright, we gotta take this fight in a different way. Oh, thank you for following XCXE repeatedly. I just want to carry you. I don't need carrying. I just want to play. Oh! Hail. Oh god, I think I targeted the wrong person? Woo! What a beautiful dance we have together! Bye, Punchy. If you're still here, you have yourself a great night, and that is actually a perfect way for us to end for the night. Alright. You all have a good one. You get some good sleep. Take it easy. Sweet dreams. If you got work tomorrow like me, I hope it goes fast for you. And as always, for everyone on the TikTok side of things, stay beautiful. Right? See, me too. I'm glad you talked to me and showed that you were just a really nice person, as well as everyone else that came out and was chill tonight. Take it easy. Someone commented aura at the end, and that. I felt that one. And love you, Mockingjay. Have a good night.